picture of animal testing in the press these days, even though the tests are continuing, and if they are mentioned at all, they are represented as doing harm to the animals. Yet, each year millions of animals suffer and die in laboratories, and their numbers are increasing. The subject of my talk today is, are horrible animal experiments really necessary? My presentation is made up in 3 parts. In the first part, I will present you some general information of animal experiments. Then I would like to go to the applications and experiment examples. And finally, the alternatives to animal experiments. Let me start saying a few words about general information. Animal experiments are widely used to develop new medicines or to test other products. All this is always justified by pointing out the future benefits for people. But if you take a closer look to these experiments, then it looks unreliable, because animals are not humans. For instance, they do not suffer from certain diseases like we humans do, as well as because of alcohol and drug abuse, smoking or stress. Consequently, each animal must be made first sick to simulate the symptoms of diseases. The results of studies using animals are therefore misleading. Animal experimentation is not only useless, it is even harmful. It implies security that does not exist. Moreover, animal experiments are used to protect the drug company. If something goes wrong with one of their products, the company can point out to the animal testing, which completes successfully without any side effects. Therefore, the drug company is not punishable. But who is funding animal testing? In particular, a researcher's quality is not measured by the number he has helped people, but by the kind of scientific research. The amount of research funding depends on the list of publications, which are invested in new animal experiments, which again results in new publication. New animal laboratories are financed by public funds such as taxes or scholarships. To demonstrate, the building of an animal laboratory amount to 125 million euro of government support. In contrast, animal testing free research receives only 4 million euro. But why are animal experiments allowed? About 20 European and German laws and regulations prescribe the conduct of animal experiments. The animal welfare also said that people are allowed to cause pain and damage to an animal to prevent and cure diseases, as well as to test substances or products. The approval agency only checks the formalities, but not whether the research makes sense. So my next point. The applications and experiment examples. Animals are used for experiments inside universities, medical schools, large companies and other places. More than 1,300 animal experimental laboratories exist in Germany. The Federal Ministry of Food, Agriculture and Consumer Protection publishes a report of the use of animal experiments in scientific research each year. In German labs died in the year 2013 near 2.2 million mice, 376,000 rats, 203,000 fish, 96,000 rabbits, 43,000 birds, 2,000 apes, near 800 cats, and 2,500 dogs. As a result, 2,997,152 animals died in Germany 2 years ago. But it has to be noted that not all laboratory animals are included in the statistics. Up to 90% of animals who die during the transportation or in breeding facilities are not included. Also, like the invertebrates like snails, insects and crabs are not counted. The experimental animals are used in different application areas. Let's take a look to some examples. Toxicology testing. Substances like varnishes, silicone, bitumen, or fuels are pumped by tubes into the stomachs of rats for months. Yet there's a little evidence of the effect these substances might have on man. The next area, medical diagnosis. Diabetes in animals is caused by destroying the cells of pancreas with poison. Heart attacks are caused by tying up the coronary artery. The guts of mice are perforated to cause sepsis. The next area, drug testing. Medicines that were successful in experiments with animals who have been sick artificially fail in most treatments on people because they either do not work or have too many side effects. The last point, genetic engineering. There are animals who are being bred in a way that they suffer from certain diseases. All these animals are bred in excess to have any time individual species in stock. Genetically modified animals who do not have the desired genetic defect are killed. So my last point now. Oops. The alternatives. The life of animals in laboratories is short and full of pain. Animal experiments should be rejected for ethical reasons. Millions of animals are used as measuring instruments which are thrown away after their use. But our aim should be medicine free from animal testing. Putting an end to animal experiments doesn't mean the end of medical research. On the contrary, animal testing free methods would lead to real medical progress. Nowadays, the so-called in vitro methods are available. These are tests which are conducted in test tubes and deliver significant results for mankind. The progressed computer is able to giving us information on structure, effect, and toxicity of substances such as drugs or chemicals. Several substances can be also tested on human cells or tissues which are available from surgeries and linked with microchips. In contrast to animal experimentation, chemicals and cosmetics can also be tested on artificial skin. Tests with human blood show us the exact effect of vaccines. Due to computer simulations, movies, and of course painless self-experiment, students are able to understand human behavior. In conclusion, due to animal testing, we got some important research results, but yet these unreliable experiments can be avoided with much better methods. Medical progress is important, but animal testing is the wrong way. So I hope you enjoyed my presentation and thank you for your attention.